Hey there, refurbers and scruffy looking nerve herders. It's me, scruffy looking RGB, and we're here in front of a Surugaya in Akihabara. We're here to answer the age-old question, do junk Famicoms work straight out of the junk? And this location here in Akihabara has a pretty good selection usually, so we're going to go inside and see what they got. Okay, they do have a few junk consoles here. They've got some Sega Dreamcast, we've got a Super Famicom here. Not a bad selection. Another 3,000 yen Dreamcast. It's very scruffy. This might be good for another video. But today we're looking at the Famicom, and we happen upon a pair here. We've got two junk Famicoms going for about what they go for, and 1,100 yen. I don't know, like $8 US, maybe $6. But you can see there is heavy damage on this guy here. The case has been broken here, and this one is heavily yellowed. Looks like it has been stomped on actually. So, and the screws are sticking out, so that is in pretty bad shape. This one also has been stomped, it looks like. There are quite a few motherboard revisions on the original red and white Famicom, but the three main aesthetic differences are the early models that have no FF on the front label. As you can see here, these are both early versions. They tend to be a bit more noisy in video and audio quality. Next is the later revision that has slightly better video and audio, and it has FF displayed on the front label, as you can see on this one. And that is the easy way to tell the two apart. There's also a much less common first release version that actually had square silicone buttons. They're getting harder and harder to come by these days, and are starting to fetch a pretty penny. So we're going to choose one of these, thinking this one right here is chipped all over the place. But I want to take it home, and we're going to see if it works, just to prove a point that most Famicoms from the junk work. This one is in pretty bad shape. It's cracked. It does have this little cap here, which is pretty nice. But we're going to take it home. It doesn't look rusty inside. And take it home and see if it works. So, see you back at the lab. Okay, so they only had the early version Famicoms at Surugaya today, but that's okay. This one definitely has seen a lot of action, a fairly patina and cracked shell, and some heavily abused faceplates on the controllers. So let's get scruffy looking and see how this junk labeled Famicom performs or doesn't. 1,100 yen is pretty much the going price these days, so I'll take it. The red and white Famicom only has RF output. Plugging in the power, plugging in the RF output, and power on. Green screen. Okay, well, let's not panic just yet. Oftentimes the connections just need a little massaging. Okay, let's try that once again, and voila, she's purring like a kitten. That's great news. Let's just check the controllers to see how they function real quickly. The player one is in need of a new D-pad membrane. I can tell this one has some tearing because of how unresponsive it is when I'm pressing to the right direction. You really have to push hard and wait for it to respond. Now the player 2 controller. And yes, that works much better than player 1. So I think that's enough testing to prove that junk Famicoms do have a really good chance to be in working order, even if you just grab them out of the junk. Now this could use some cleaning up, cap replacements, pad replacements, and a good AV mod to make it really shine and turn it into somebody's daily driver. I'd say with plenty of confidence that 90 if not 95% of Famicoms will work straight out of the junk. And mind you that it's been 40 years since it was first released. So that goes to show you the masterful quality of the old school Famicom. What do you guys think? Will you be grabbing a Famicom from the junk and fixing her up? Let me know about it down in the comments. Big shout out to scruffy looking RGB crew members. Your support is just what I need to keep this channel running, so thank you. If you'd like to see how to mod a Famicom the easy way, check out the link in the description, or wait for the one at the end screen. I hope you all are staying safe, but above all, stay scruffy looking.
Who's scruffy looking?